हरे कृष्ण। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी। गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन, यशोदानंदन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन, यशोदा। यमुना तीरा बनचारी, यमुना तीरा बनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे, जय जय राधा कालचंजी राधा कालचंजी राधे, जय जय राधा। जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद, श्रील प्रभुपाद, जय जय प्रभु। श्रील प्रभुपाद जी महाराज की जय, श्री श्री राधा माधव की जय, गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय, राधा कालाचंद जी की जय, संवेद वैष्णव भक्त वृंद की जय, निताई गौर प्रमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल। ओं अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जन शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति सोपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुश्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च। श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं त्वं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादानुसहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्वसे नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। By the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, By the mercy of all previous acharyas, we are discussing some points related with separation. In morning section, we are discussing the seed of separation. I don't want water. Actually, it was with Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu first developed desire. As we discussed before, love have two sides. One is union, one is separation. But in frame, in love, separation is also called union, and union is also called union. But in separation, spurti is more. Spurti means feeling, remembrance. Like spurti, I can give one example. When Krishna was not in Vrindavan, Krishna was in Mathura in Dwaraka. Okay. When Krishna in Mathura and Dwaraka, Krishna was in Mathura and Dwaraka, gopis, Nanda Maharaj's friends. Every moment they are feeling the presence of Krishna. In separation, union is there. Whenever they are going to Jamuna, they see Krishna. Oh, before Krishna was standing here. Krishna was teaching with us like this. Krishna was playing with us like this. Nanda Maharaj, like some of our commentators, even used to say Jasomati, Mother Jasomati, Jasoda, don't want to open her eye. She was so much suffering in her heart in absence of Krishna. Because whenever she opened eye, she saw everywhere Krishna. Krishna was playing here, Krishna was dancing here, Krishna was talking with me here. This is called spurti. Spurti means beloved is not there. Love. Intense love, you can feel his presence. In separation, union is there. That is our Gaudiya's mood. Within separation, we want to Sri Krishna, we want to show our love, affection, service, everything towards Krishna. Even we are serving Krishna, and Krishna's deity, Krishna is not different from his deity. Still, a servant always feels out of humbleness, out of his incapability. He used to present always, Krishna, I am an incapable person. I am a very fallen person. So when a pure devotee shows his Trinadapi bhav, Trinadapi mood, that is out of separation. That is their natural mood, but out of separation they sometimes feel like that. I'm so fallen. And this separation mood is natural in love. That is Krishna's gift for a devotee, the mood of separation. So even a devotee feels separation, Krishna also. We have to understand the philosophy. Once we achieve this stage of love, from Shraddha, then Sadhu then Bhajan Kriya, then Anartha Nivriti, then Nishtha, then Ruchi, then Asakti, then Bhava, then Prema. Prema, this prema turns to melo. Dasya prema, sakhya prema, that is called rasa. So in each melos, we reject Santa. In Vaishnava, Gaudiya Vaishnavas, our 4 melos. So these 4 melos, the devotee is connected with Krishna. Once they achieve this melo, separation is there. Love means 2 sides. Union and separation. Like when Krishna was in Mathura, Subala, Sudama, they always used to cry. When calves, they used to see Subala is crying, Sudama is crying, calves also start to cry. Then never used to guess grasses. They stand and see the Sudama, because whenever Sudama and Subala are approaching some tree, they remember about Krishna. Oh, Krishna jump here, Krishna dance here, Krishna used to play with us, and start to cry. And many times, this is out of separation. Even in friendship, separation is there. In dasya, separation is there. In Vatshalya, separation is there. And topmost is Madhurya. In Madhurya, separation's intense is very deep. That is Mahabhava. Like Radharani's Madanakya Mahabhava. The intense of separation is very deep. That is even unknown to Krishna. The sole proprietor is Radharani. Intense separation. That we cannot consider in this body. Even it is beyond our imagination. This is 4th dimension things. Dimensional things. We can believe how they are always feeling separation. Separation without frustration. Always we have to understand. In love, separation is there. Because in separation, union is there. There is no question of frustration. Here separation, as we are discussing in the morning, here separation means it turns to frustration. Therefore everyone is suffering here. But love's nature is different. Yeah. So the seed was there. Once you achieve the love for your beloved, in any way, whenever you don't have chance, even for a moment to serve, to give pleasure, immediately feel separation. And that separation mode is prominent in Gaura Lila. Because Gauranga Mahaprabhu means Radha. Gaudiyas, whenever they see Gaura, their feelings come about Radha. Crying mood. Always. Gauranga means is Radharani's crying form of Radha. Gauranga Nahemara Radhanga Sparsana Gopendra Sutta Gauranga Nahemara Radhanga Sparsana Gopendra Sutta Bina Nasparsya Anya Jana. I'm missing one word. This is discussion between Mahaprabhu and Rai Ramananda. No one can touch my body, Mahaprabhu is saying. Without Brajendra Nandana, Mahaprabhu said, no one can touch my body. This is crying for of Radha. And when Gauranga is there, means complete mellow is there. Because Madhurya is there. Gauranga means union of Radha and Krishna. In Radha Krishna, in Leela, in Vraja Leela, Krishna have to depend on Radha. Yeah, unless Radha is there, Krishna can't perform any Ras Leela, other Leela. Most of the time, Krishna used to say, so why I am staying in Vrindavan? Only for you. Without you, I don't like Brajabhumi. But in Gaura, combination is there. Radha and Krishna. But here in Gaura Lila, Radharani's mood is prominent. And which mood? Separation mood. Separation mood is very prominent. Therefore, Mahaprabhu always crying. Although dancing, chanting, but always crying. Mood of separation. And always crying in Jagannath Puri. Vipralamba Ketra. And Jagannath is there. He's also crying. This is crying for. Two crying for. Radha is crying. Krishna is crying. Yeah. So, we'll discuss about Mahaprabhu. Otherwise, separation, everywhere in Bhagavatam, separation is there. Everywhere. Whenever pure devotees want to pray to Lord, want to show his affection to Lord, always you can find separation mode is there. Like Jada Bharat. When he was in dear body, even Jada Bharat's body, always in pang of separation. The dear body. Because he nearly reached Bhav stage. Always in pang of separation from Krishna. Therefore, he don't want to associate with anyone. If you study Srimad Bhagavatam, every step there is, from Parikshit Maharaj, we can see which verse indicate the feeling of separation. From Parikshit, it is there. Everywhere, the separation mood is very prominent among the devotees. This is out of love. This is Krishna's gift, Mahaprabhu's gift. So in separation, a devotee, a lover, or a pure devotee, he can't feel himself. At that time, their condition is not like conditioned soul. They never feel fortunate themselves. They always feel in separation, I'm the most unfortunate creature in this world. Yes. Krishna want to realize these things. Krishna want to realize these things. This mood is very prominent in separation. Like the Trinadapi Sunichena Tororiva Sahisnana Amani Namanadena. Oh, this verse of different level. Kanishtas Trinadapi, Madhyamas Trinadapi, Uttamas Trinadapi, and Parikaras, how can I say, the eternal associates. Their Trinadapi is totally different. Totally different. According to their melo, according to their, reciprocation, their feeling is like that. Very, very high topics. Like you see, when in Raslila, Krishna separated from gopis, lastly Krishna separated from Radha also. He gave up Radha and disappeared. And what Radharani is saying there, this verse? Kwasi kwasi mahabhujaha dasyante kripayana me. I want to become your mad servant. And Krishna, openly gopis know that only for Radha Krishna disappeared from gopis. Everyone thinking, every gopi is thinking, Radharani is so fortunate. Even Krishna denied us. In midnight we came, give up everything we came to serve Krishna, but Radha is so dear to Krishna. Just to please Radha, Krishna, he disappeared from here. But when Krishna disappeared, Radharani is saying these things. The verse starting from Kwasi Kwasi Mahabhuja, this starting. Hanatha Ramanam Preshtaha, Kwasi Kwasi Maha, this 10th canto, Raslila. Krishna disappeared. Everyone is Krishna's servant. Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami, how Lakshmi is servant, how Radharani is servant. This mood is very prominent. Separation mood. level, different. The Trinadapi mode is different. You see, Trinadapi, you cannot find Trinadapi Sunichena Taroriva Saisna. Just hear the statement of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Purisher kita hoite ami se lagista, jagai madhai hoite ami se papista. I am more sinful than Jagai and Madhai. Every Vaishnava knows. Govinda direct order to Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. You should write down CC Chaitanya Charitamrita. But it is his feeling. I am even worse than worm in this tool. Je amara naam loy tar hoy punya kya. If anyone order my name as Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he will lose his sukritis, pious activities. And anyone will utter my name, praise me, then this is sinful for him. That means he wants, don't utter my name. I am so fallen. This is beyond our imagination. They are Premi Bhaktas. You see the mood of Radharani. In separation, Trinadapi Bhav is there. You want to know this verse? If someone is there, he may find out. Okay, I have to find out otherwise. Okay. This is C. Je gopi amar kare dves. And this is, you may find out this verse. This is Je gopi amar kare. This is Sisi Antalila 20 chapter 56 verse. 55 56 57 56 Je gopi more kare dves Krishna ra kare santesh Krishna ra kare santesh Krishna jare kare abhilasha moi tar ghare jaya tar sebu dasi aya tabe mor sukhera ullasa. If a gopi envious of me satisfied Krishna and Krishna desire her, I shall not hesitate to go to her house and become her maid servant. For then my happiness will be awakened. If some gopi is very envious to Radharani, but Krishna wants this gopi. She is serving Krishna very well. And Krishna likes these gopis. And Radharani said, out of enviousness, she is not coming. She is not coming to serve Krishna. Radha is there. I don't want to go there. So I will go to her house. I will become her maid servant. I will please her. And if she will come and serve Krishna, that is my happiness. That is Trinadapi Bhav. You see, in separation, this mood is very high. 59 verse, you see. Moro sukha sevane Krishna sukha sangame Ateva deha demo dana Krishna more kanta kari kahe more praneshwari More hai dasi abhimana. My happiness is in the service of Krishna, and Krishna's happiness is in union with me. Krishna wants Radharani's union, but Radha wants Krishna's happiness. Radharani don't want union. Radharani wants Krishna's happiness. A devotee wants Krishna's happiness. For Krishna's happiness, sometimes he gives up Krishna. Like Jasoda Mata, she gave up Krishna for Krishna's happiness. She went to save some milk, but Krishna was crying. This is Anukulli. Our acharyas, they are just churning the milk. Where is this? Why? Everyone wants Krishna, but Jasoda? Krishna was crying. Jasoda said, okay, you sit down. I want to save milk. How it is possible? It looks like Anukul or Pratikul. Krishna is crying. Looks like Pratikul. But what? For Jasoda, Krishna's sukha is important. Krishna's happiness is important. After a few minutes, Krishna will cry. And what he will say? Bring that milk, only dhabali and samali milk. Then that time what I will do? Now he is crying for 1 minute. But later, if I can't supply dhabali and samali milk, he will develop sulkiness. He will create problem for me. And he will go to another's house. That will be a big problem for me. So my happiness is in service of Krishna, and Krishna's happiness is in union with me. For this reason, I give my body in charity to the lotus feet of Krishna. Because Krishna wants this body. Take this body in. I want to serve you. No one can, none of this history, Vedic history, have power to give such information except Sisi. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur always say this is the Krishnadas Kaviraj's great contribution to Vaishnava community. These topics you cannot find anyone. I give this body in charity to the lotus feet of Krishna, who accept me as his loved one and call me his most beloved. But it is then that I consider myself his mad servant. Krishna said, beloved, Radha, very dear to Radha is very dear to Krishna. But what is Radha's feeling? Mad servant. So always, even in Melo, this Trinadapi verses, it is applicable for different devotees in different level. More this Melo become more matured, condensed in form. The Trinadapi Vibhava is more condensed. So this mood is there. We are discussing about these things. The seed was there with Vishnu. Then Vishnu want to release this mood of separation. Then in Ram Leela, just released nearly 1 year when Sita separated from Ram. Morning we are hearing. Then in Krishna Leela, still unfulfilled desire. Yes. Vipralamba, in separation, love increased more. That information we don't know because we are in this body, we have lost, we are under control of mood of nature. How in separation, love increased more. That is beyond of our imagination. Yeah. If you study Srimad Bhagavatam, then you can understand like when Uddhava came. And when Uddhava came to Brajpur, at that time Uddhav's dress was similar to Krishna's color. And garland, when he came, Krishna handed over his garland to Uddhava. Why? I am blessing you. Just take some blessings from me. Because you know where you are going? You are a Jnani. You are going to Brajpur. And even in front of gopis, in front of my mother, father, my friends, you are not a student. But you have pride, you are a very knowledgeous person. Just go there, then you can know. Without have pride. Pride means not like, common pride. You have one pride. It is too easy. Krishna is so worried for gopis. But I can convince within 1-2 verses. I have power. Because I am direct disciple of Brihaspati. Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. I have to convince this thing to gopis, to Nanda Maharaj, to friends. And when they understand Krishna is everywhere, they will not cry. And Krishna is crying in front of me. Actually, practical Krishna was crying. When he sent Uddhava, Tan manmanaska mat prana madartha tekta dehikam. Krishna forceful, like a friend, whenever you see your friend, if you want to give some information, I don't know, before in India this was there. Immediately they will catch up your, like, come here. You know what happened? And Uddhav like that. Krishna just called Uddhav, come here. And put his hand on Uddhav's hand. Gacha Uddhav Vraja Somam Pritara Pritibhabaha. Most of the times, if Krishna have some problem, Krishna don't have some problem. Krishna don't want to go somewhere. He want to send some messages. Always Krishna use Uddhava as a messenger. Brihaspati Sisya Sakhyat Uddhava Buddhi Sattamaha. Brishninam Pravaramantri Krishnasya Daita Sakha. It's 3 qualifications. Sukhdev said. Brishninam Pravaramantri. Among the Vrishnis, the topmost, chief, you can say minister. Krishnasya Daita Sakha. He's very close friend of Krishna. And 3rd qualification, Sisya Brihaspati Sakhyat. The direct disciple of Brihaspati. And what is his capacity? What is his capable? How capable he is? Uddhava Buddhi Sattamaha. Uddhava is intelligent, topmost intelligent Uddhava. Uddhava immediately understand. Krishna is crying in his heart for gopis, for mother, for father. This is a simple job for me. This was his pride. This is a very simple job for me. Gopis, Nanda Maharaj, they don't know Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. I know all Shastras. I have personal experience also. With purport, with commentary, I will speak everything. I will convince them. So, he was very proud for that. Because I am very dear to Krishna, I know who is Krishna. Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. I will convince them. He just came for 1 day, 1-2 days. I will convince, then I will return. Just came as teacher and became student. His mood was just like teacher. I will convince them. And when he came to Brajpur, he wanted to become student. Asamaho charana renu jasamaho syat. Vrindavane kimapi gulmalata ausadhinam. Jadusya swajanam arja patham chahitva bhiji mukunda padavi. Sriti vipimuk. I want to become insect. I want to become grass. Creeper in the Brajbhumi. Therefore, Uddhavas have 2 body. According to commentators, in one form Uddhav is staying in Badarika Ashram, in one form Uddhav is staying in Kusum Kund, Uddhav Kund. Kusum Sarovar, that is Uddhav's place. He developed desire. Just seeing the separation of gopis. Just seeing their mood. And why Krishna sent? Why Krishna sent Uddhava? Krishna was in separation. Why Krishna sent to Uddhava, not to other persons? Because Krishna wants to bless Uddhava. Uddhava is jnani, but he should know the mood of a pure devotee, pure lovers. Therefore he sent Brajabhumi. And once he returned from Brajabhumi, then I can share my feelings to Uddhava. It was Krishna is full of knowledge, full of love, everything is there, but sharing heart is very difficult. What is big challenge in this material world? Who is your friend? Huh? To whom you can share your heart? He is your friend. Here it is very difficult to share your heart to anyone. No one will understand your mood. No. Only two persons. You can share your heart to two persons. One is Krishna and one is his pure devotee. Openly someone can share his heart. And others, when you share your heart, others will think, this is his weakness. They will consider from different direction. You have attachment, you have some problem. Very difficult to understand someone's. And this is the biggest challenge in this material world. Everyone has some relationship, but no one wants to open his heart in front of other. Therefore relationship is false. No love. Everyone in their own position. And keep reserve something, 30% sharing, someone is sharing 40%. Therefore everyone is suffering. Therefore this place is full of suffering. Because no love. But Krishna wants these things. I want to share all my feelings for the gopis, for my devotees. I want to share to Uddhava. Therefore Uddhava, you should go to Brajabhumi. And why should go to Brajabhumi? Because gopis are in a pang of separation. And you can see the topmost form of love there, separation there. Therefore when Uddhava came, Uddhava was in front of, the bumblebee. This is in 10th canto. How Radharani is saying to bumblebee, Uddhava is there. And Uddhava saw, this is Radha. Before I was thinking, just I can convince him Krishna is present everywhere. I can convince friends, I can convince her, Krishna is present everywhere. Krishna is also Radha in your heart. Just remember Krishna, you will be happy. Now just Uddhava present there, and how Radharani in Jalpa, this is in Ujjal Lamani. Very difficult to understand. How Radharani in different ecstasy, in separation, and talking with a bumblebee. You are friend of a cheater. And Uddhava is thinking, to whom Radha is saying? To me or to bumblebee? I don't know these black persons. Oh. To whom is Uddhava is become mad. Become mad. Therefore he said, I want the pit dust of gopis. And if I will beg them, they will never give me. According to caste, I am Kshatriya. I am higher. General lower caste people, they will not give pit dust to higher caste persons. And second, I am in male body, they are in female body. If I will beg them, directly they will say no. So better, this is not possible in this life. I want to stay in Brajabhumi as a creeper. Asamaho charana renu jusahama syat vrindavane kimapi golmalata ausadhinam. I want a creeper, grass. And gopis, when they become mad for Krishna, out of separation, they are moving here and there, they fail to recognize me where I am in form of a creeper. Then they will just put down their lotus feet on me. When I am in creeper form, then I will be blessed. This was Uddhav's desire. This was Uddhav's desire. To whom Krishna said, you are so dear to me. Even Balaram is not dear to me. You don't know this verse? 11th canto. न च संकर्षण, न च श्री, नैवात्मा जथा भवान, न प्रिय आत्मजोनि. स्टार्टिंग, Brahma is not so dear to me, न आत्मजोनि, न शंकर, न च संकर्षण, न च श्री, नैवात्मा जथा भवान. Krishna said directly to Uddhava, Uddhava, you are so dear to me. In Brahma is not so dear. Brahma is dear, but not like you. न तथा में, starting from न तथा में, न तथा में प्रियतमा आत्मजोनि. Brahma is not dear to me. Brahma is dear, not like you. Na Sankara, Shivji also not dear to me, like you. Na Sankara, na cha Sankarsana, Balaram is not so dear to me. As you dear to me, even Balaram is not dear to me. Na Sankara, na cha Sri, Lakshmi is also not so dear to me, like you. Jatha Bhavan. Jatha Bhavan, you have to add it. You have to add everywhere. Jatha Bhavan you have to add everywhere. Otherwise it becomes contradictory. Brahma is dear. Shivaji is dear. Everyone is dear devotees. But Uddhava is dearest one. Krishna directly said to Uddhava these things. Brahma is dear or not? Balaram is dear or not? Shivji is dear or not? Lakshmi is dear to Krishna, but Uddhava is dearest devotee. But same Uddhava when came to Vrindavan, he saw the separation of gopis and loves. They love for Krishna, how they are crying. That is beyond of imagination. Uddhava become bewildered in Brajbhumi. Many commentators used to say, he just came for a few days, he stayed for, someone says 6 months, someone says 9 months, nearly 10 months. Someone says. And Krishna was waiting in Dwaraka, in separation. Krishna said, I want to diminish my separation, therefore I sent to Uddhava. Uddhava will convince and immediately will come give some information, so I will be relaxed. Now I am in more separation. And within 9 months or 8 months or 7 months, whatever it may be, Uddhava, what was Krishna's business? Krishna was only climbing over this roof of this Dwaraka and looking always whether Uddhava's chariot is coming or not. Where is Uddhava? Because Krishna was in separation. And when Uddhava came, Krishna embraced. When Krishna embraced, immediately, what he feel? Embrace of gopis, embrace of mother. He just find out all the mellows there. Uddhava was blessed by everyone. When he blessed, when he developed this desire, I want the feet dust of gopis and receive all the blessings. However qualified you may be, when this natural feeling will come, this is the natural feeling of a devotee. I want to be feet dust of a pure devotee. Like you see the statement of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. End of his lecture, always one statement. Life after life, I want to feed dust of Jaya Sri Kalachan of Sri Rupa Goswami. This is our desire. How can you balance it? Our desire is Krishna Prem. Our desire is Krishna Prem. But this is devotee of a pure, this is desire of a pure devotee. Janame janame more, life after life. I want to be feed dust of Acharya's pure devotees. When we develop this mood, automatically Krishna will bless us, we will receive Krishna Prem. Yes. And when Uddhava came, Krishna was thinking Uddhava will give some message about Radha. You know? And last message Radharani gave to Uddhava. What is your message for Krishna? Uddhava said. And Uddhava at that time very fearful. Very fearful. And Mahaprabhu was in that mood. Because Radharani was very grave. And in different stage, even Sakhis are very fearful to talk with Radha. Just like sitting in one place and writing something in nail. And in a very, ecstasy mode, grave mode. Even Sakhi is sometimes difficult. For Sakhi it's difficult to approach Radha. And Uddhav just went that time. From far away, Uddhav pay obeisances. Uddhav knows if I will pay obeisances, what will happen? Maybe Radharani's mood will disturb. They are accepting me as Krishna's friend. I don't want to, in my Uddhav pay obeisances. And Uddhav saw the ecstasy mood of Radha. Madanakhya mood. And body was very thin. Her body was very thin. Then, in mind, Uddhav paid obeisances and said to Radharani, Sakhi is informed, Radha, Uddhav is here. He wants to return to. Because this feeling is connected with Mahaprabhu. Therefore, we are discussing this topic. Always you can find in CC. Krishnadas Haladhar Swami mentioned. Radha Ravirah jaise Uddhava darsane. Sei mata pralap kare Prabhu ratri dine. After seeing Uddhava, how Radharani was there in Vrindavan. Always in pralap. How can you say in pralap in English? I don't know the English words. Always in pralap. Prabhupada mentioned so nicely in English. Always in a different stage. And Mahaprabhu was always in that mood, that separation mood. Even in Ratha Yatra, in Gambhira, always in that mood. Therefore, we are discussing this mode. And Uddhava said, Radhe, I want to return to Krishna. So I received some messages from Krishna's father Nanda, Jasoda, from gopis, from friends. Is it possible for you? He is requesting. You can give one message for Krishna. Because once I will be there, Krishna surely he will ask about you. Then what is your message? And Radharani's message, you have to say to Krishna, I am emerging in blissfulness. I am drowning in blissfulness. Don't say that I am suffering here. You should not say to Krishna that I am suffering here, I am in separation. Don't say these things. Uddhava is crying. What is this message? Personally, I saw in Uriya this one song is there. Our poets used to see. When Uddhava saw Radharani's, how can I say Bengal? Hands Bengal? Bengal is now, no, earring, finger ring, the ring fingers is now fit for Bengal. Uddhava kahi vati gopinathanko karaka pallavara kanishta mudrika kankana hoila bhujak. Our Uriya poets, even I used to read Bengali always. They are so elevated in mellow especially. That Uddhava, Gopi is giving this message. Uddhava, you should give this message. Gopi is saying to Uddhava, Uddhava, you should give this message to Krishna. That Radharani's condition is like that. What is Radharani's condition? Now finger ring is now suitable for Bengal. But another Gopi is saying, don't say this thing. Even you say this message, Krishna will never change his habit. If you take, and he's giving one example, if you take milk and, how can I say, sugar, and pouring under the tree of neem, neem will never change. Neem is always bitter. You may send so many messages. Krishna is very cruel at that. He will never return. But Gopi sending these messages, and what Radha said? No. You should inform to Krishna, I am emerging, drowning myself and blissful. Don't say that I am suffering here. Then Uddhava asked, out of fear, how can I say these things? What is your purport, real purport? Actually, I saw you are suffering here. So it is practically dying condition. Where is love in this material world? Who knows what is the symptom of love? Symptom of love, you want to die, but you cannot die. You can't die. You want to die. If you want to die, you cannot die. Even you try, it is not possible for you. Because beloved will come to your mind. Lover will come to your mind. All his qualities, all his forms. This is in spiritual world. This is only available in Krishna Prem. Because in separation, union is there. When you feel separated from lover, beloved immediately, I want to die. No, you cannot. Union is there. Immediately the spurti will come. Why gopis are not? Why even they are suffering so much? Why they don't give up their body? Jamuna, there was no water. There is chance for committing suicide. In separation, who can? How many years you can live? Such a painful condition. Govardhan Hill was there. There is chance they may jump from Govardhan Hill. No, this is love. Whenever they want to die, even you want to die, immediately they think about Krishna. If I will die, if we will die, Krishna will never be happy. And whole life we perform austerity just to please Krishna. And if you die, and when Krishna will return to Vrindavan, then what will happen? Gopis are not there. Then Krishna will be unhappy. Then what sort of devotee we are? What sort of lover we are? What sort of worshipper we are? Even they are suffering. This is love. This is the history. Therefore, sannyasis, we are not married persons, we are worshipping woman. Not worshipping, we want feet dust of gopis. Material we had to woman. We don't have a relationship with woman. We don't want to marry. We don't want to keep a relationship with woman, but we are worshipping woman. And not we want their feet dust. This message we cannot find anywhere. Only Gaudiya Vaishnavas know the secrets. Therefore Krishna said to Uddhav, go there. See their conditions. Then Uddhav's approach to Radharani looks like contradictory. How can I say these things? I convinced that you are suffering. How can I say to Krishna you are in happiness? This is not possible for me. Uddhava, you are not real friend of Krishna. Every step Uddhava was stuck in wonder. Like student, teacher, real teacher, always with a stick in India. Here you cannot beat anyone. In India, first even whether you have fault or not, teacher would beat you. Yeah, this is our tradition. Now India is following West also. Now you cannot beat any students. Even you come in fast. When our fathers used to start good school, if anyone coming fast, then teacher will touch his stick with his head, just like this. Then one who will come in second, you understand? He's going to school in second, then one. The stick, I'm going to say, he'll beat once. If someone will come third, then 3 times teacher will beat. Yes. लालने बहुत दोषम ताड़ने बहुत गुणम अत पुत्रस्य शिष्यस्य लालयत अथ ताड़यत. Even Chanakya Pandit, moral instructor said, when you chastise, you can find good things in your son with your disciples. If you always praise them, always give affection, bad quality will come. Then someone may say, then always I will chastise. He said, no. Tadayat atha lalayat. Chastise and sometimes also give affection. Now this is not in history. Either in Indian history or in Western history. You cannot chastise anyone. Even if you chastise your disciple will write down something against you. Yeah. This is not anywhere. Therefore, no one is disciple. To find out the disciple is very difficult. You cannot chastise. They don't want to follow. You have to follow your disciple. They have their own idea. You have to follow them. Very difficult now. So straightly Uddhav said, Radharani, this is not possible for me because I am not convinced. I know your condition. You are practically in dying condition. How can I say to Krishna? Radharani direct chastise to Uddhava. You are not real friend. You have knowledge, but you are ignorant. You don't know the message of love. You don't know the message of love. You have some knowledge. You are Krishna's friend. But how can you help Krishna? If you say that Radha is suffering, then Krishna will be happy. Then if Krishna will be not happy, then my life is useless. I want to hear everything, but I don't want to hear one thing. Krishna is not in happiness. I don't want to hear this word in my life. This is Radha. He said, Uddhava, you don't think everyone is crying out of separation. They want something. They want something from Krishna. But gopis, myself, I am not crying. Krishna just leave us, now staying in Dwaraka, in Mathura. Therefore we are crying. No. You don't know this message. This is a message of love. This is unknown to Jnani, Yogis. This is only known to the Gaudiyas, Mahaprabhu's devotees. We are crying. Why we are crying? Because we are always remembering Krishna will be never happy anywhere except Vrindavan. Vrindavan is a dear place and no one can serve like us. That we know perfectly. We don't have any qualification, but one qualification we know, no one can serve like us. Therefore we are always worried about Krishna's happiness. If Krishna will stay in Dwaraka and Mathura happily, we don't have any problem. But we know surely he is suffering. Therefore, if he is suffering there, and you said Radharani is crying, Radharani is in distress, then you will suffer more. Then austerity of my whole life will spoil. Therefore, Uddhava becomes, Uddhav's mind becomes so agitated. He said, okay, today I will go, I will chastise Krishna. He is so cruel, he have to come today to Vrindavan. And when Uddhav returned, Krishna was looking, Uddhav is coming. From flag, Krishna remarked, yeah, Uddhav is coming. And Krishna just ran out and embraced Uddhava and crying. And Uddhav's first reply? You are cruel-hearted person. I heard before, you are very merciful, but you are cruel. And Krishna became very wonder. Krishna was thinking, I will hear about Radha, I will hear about gopis, I will hear about someone. First statement, you are the most cruel person in this world. He said, why you are saying like that? You don't know you are a lover, your beloveds, how they are suffering. You have to go to Vrindavan. And Krishna said, what he said? He sent to Uddhava to minimize the separation. Now what happened? Just after hearing this word, you are a cruel person, you don't have any kindness. Just hearing these things, Krishna separation increase more. More these thoughts came about Nanda Maharaj, about Gopis, about Radharanis. Especially Mahaprabhu's mood. Mahaprabhu have 3 Leelas. Like Anta Leela, Adi Leela, Madhya Leela and Anta Leela. 3 Leelas. Mostly Mahaprabhu's, our Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati used to say, his Leela is divided to 3 parts. One is Acharana. Acharana Leela. Acharana means he's practicing himself and teaching. And one is Prachar, preaching. And third one is Aswadan, releasing. When Mahaprabhu is preaching, Mahaprabhu is in different mood. Mahaprabhu's mood, you want to know the Mahaprabhu's mood? How many variety of moods Mahaprabhu's? 3 variety. This is Sisi. Sisi is PhD course. But anyhow, at least you have to, once you become devotee, before your initiation, you have to study Gita, Bhagavatam, at least teaching of Lord Chaitanya. Unless you know Mahaprabhu, very difficult to survive. He is the only our savior. We are very fallen. Although he is achieving mood of Radharani is very strict. But he's Radha, but still he wants to distribute Krishna Prem to us. And who is suffering? Condition so like us, we are suffering in heart disease, lust, anger, greed. We don't have, how can I say, patrata, how can I say? We don't have qualification. We don't have container. Like our Gurudev used to say, where you want mercy, 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 where you will keep your mercy? Your container have many holes. If Sadhu, Krishna, Sadhu, Shastra, Krishna, they will shower mercy, still you are incapable to keep all this mercy, because in your hole, in your container, many holes are there. Many anarthas we have. But still Mahaprabhu is so merciful. Parama Karuna Pahu Dui Jana. You see how Prabhupada was singing. Parama Karuna Pahu Dui Jana. Nitai Gaura Chandra. At that time, who understand Bengali? In West. Who knows Bengali? But still you see, with harmonium Prabhupada was singing. Parama Karuna Pahu Dui Jana. Nitai Gaura Chandra. Gaura Pahu Na Bhajiya Mainu. And Prabhupada elaborating the purport. Mahaprabhu. Radharani is very strict, but in Kali Yuga, when Radharani, Krishna came as Gaura, assuming the mood of Radha, distributing Krishna Prem through holy name. So when we chant holy name offenselessly, under shelter of Gauranga, many people are chanting holy name, but our most important thing is Gauranga and Gaura Bhakta and holy name. Three things our shelter. Gaura, Anugatya, how can you say in English? Well, no, under guidance. Anugatya means, Anugatya means, how can I say, a strong, if you said the proper word, Anugatya means under strict guidance. How can you follow someone if you don't have unflinching faith? Means you must have unflinching faith on Parampara, Gaudiyas, Gaura Bhaktas, Gaur Nityanandas and holy name. Gauranga Mahaprabhu's devotee, Gauranga Mahaprabhu and holy name. These are our shelters. Otherwise we are unqualified in all respect. Yeah, we used to discuss these things. We are devotee according to social status. We are devotee, but according to Bhagavatam standard, According to Bhagavad Gita, 12th chapter standard, we are devotee. Adhishta sarvahudana mitra karuna evacha nirmama nirahankara sukha dukha sukhakyami. Just study all these verses and compare ourselves. How many lives required to become a devotee? Still we are a devotee. You know, we don't have qualifications, still we are a devotee. You understand? We don't have qualification, but we are a devotee. How? Pure devotee's mercy. Maya is so powerful. We don't want to chant, but still we are chanting. We don't want to hear Bhagavatam, still we are hearing. We don't have devotion, still we are worshipping. We want to go and want to enjoy Maya. Still we cannot enjoy Maya. Pure devotee is not allowing. So only the teach of attraction towards a pure devotee will save our life. That is the beginning of our spiritual life. You can say. Teach of attraction to a pure devotee. That will save our life. Only by that blessings you may cultivate. Otherwise very difficult. And all these topics, where all these topics and where we are. Mahaprabhu, this is in CC, Madhya Lila. How Mahaprabhu always in separation. Mahaprabhu used to stay in Puri, Jagannath Puri, in 3 stages. Antalila, 15th chapter, 5th verse. Oh. Kabhu bhave magna krabhu ardhavaya spriti kabhu vaya spriti tina rite prabhu stiti. The Lord would maintain himself in 3 states of consciousness. Sometimes he merged totally in ecstasy emotion. Sometimes he was in partial external consciousness, and sometimes he was fully external consciousness. 3 stages. This is called Antardasa, Bahyadasa, Ardhavayadasa. In another verse it is there. Antardasa, all fully, like Prabhupada said, he merged totally in ecstasy emotion. Totally merged. Externally is just eating, taking prasadam, bathing, talking, but totally merged. The internal. This is, and sometimes he was in a partial external consciousness. He's going to Jagannath temple, sing the devotee, but the feeling, sing Lord Jagannath, but last night, internally, he was releasing Radha Krishna's Leela. This Leela's influence internally is there, but external devotees are there. He's standing in front of Jagannath, but this Leela still is going on. Outside Govinda is there, everyone is paying obeisances, Mahaprabhu is also paying obeisances. This is called Ardhavaya. Internal, external, and half internal, half external. We can say in English this much. And when Mahaprabhu is in external consciousness, philosophical things. Only with Raya Ramananda and Swarup Damodar Mahaprabhu. Radha Krishna Leela Mahaprabhu, by this way, he taught us. The Radha Krishna Leela only you can discuss. This is not a matter of preaching. This is not meant for public preaching. This is for releasement. And how can you release? You must have such associates. Like Raya Ramananda, Swarup Damodar Mahaprabhu was releasing with Lalita and Visakha. Mahaprabhu never discuss all these things in public. Only philosophy. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Tattvavadis, Varanasi, wherever Mahaprabhu used to go, chanting and just glorifying the holy name. Mahaprabhu never discussed Radha Krishna things. Now everyone in YouTube, everywhere, they are thinking this is, no. We are always, up to our last breath, we will oppose these things. Radharani may accept us or not accept us. We don't know. But we cannot avoid parampara systems. Strictly Mahaprabhu said. Never Mahaprabhu discussed these things in front of Govinda. His grandmother. Only with Rai Ramananda and Sarvadamtar. They are Lalita and Visakha. We have to follow the Acharya system. If by blessings of Acharyas you are releasing something, don't preach these things. This is not a matter of preaching. This is a matter of your releasement. You may release. You want to chant more round, you chant. You want to study higher study, just don't preach. Because Acharya's principle will help all conditioned souls. Our statement, maybe we have some realization, we have some feelings that may not be applicable for others. That will not help, at all helpful for others. Therefore, strictly our Acharyas recommended these things. So Mahaprabhu was releasing when he finished all his Prachar Lila within the Gambhira. Always. This is in how Mahaprabhu was. This is 15 Antala 15th chapter. Snana darsana bhojana deha sobhaveha kumarera chakajena satata phira. Actually, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always merged in ecstasy emotion, but just as a potter's wheel turns without the potters touching it, the Lord's body activities like bathing, going to the temple to see Lord Jagannath and taking lunch went on automatically. Mahaprabhu don't know. Automatically. You know, like that is called when they prepare mud pots, they use a wheel. So once and twice they just pull the wheels and they'll give up. The wheel is running automatically. And Mahaprabhu was performing all his activities because he was really internal consciousness, internal releasement is there. Although he's eating, he's going to Jagannath temple, but internally this feeling is, emotion is very prominent. Feeling separation. Therefore Mahaprabhu used to stand in front of Jagannath for how many hours? Morning Mahaprabhu used to go. Just like 8:30, 10, within 8. And after Pandaj offering bhogas, that is called Upar Vela. Upar means afternoon. After 1, 2, 6 hours, 7 hours. And when Govinda will inform, Prabhuji, Pujari is already offered Upar Vela bhoga. We have to return. You have to take prasadam. Govinda, so short time? A fraction. Because Mahaprabhu was just seeing Jagannath, but his mind was immersed in ecstasy. You don't know. So this separation mode, tomorrow we hear more 2 classes there, more we hear about this Leelas of Mahaprabhu. And so how Mahaprabhu is feeling separation. And what is Prabhupada's opinion on that? Which part we should release and how to accept all these things. Prabhupada clearly mentioned everything. So therefore only we have to pray to Mahaprabhu, when by blessings of Gauranga Mahaprabhu and holy name, and by Vaishnavas, by Srila Prabhupada's mercy, we receive some mercy, then there is hope. We can achieve the stage of prayer. then that feelings will come to our heart. Jugaitam nimishena chakyusha prabhushaitam. That feelings. Otherwise, for us, we are only discussing about our goal. Okay, now this is time. So if you have some question. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, this is called sulkiness. Yeah, this is called sulkiness. Now in this verse, I want to please Krishna, I want to serve Krishna. But why Radha develops sulkiness? Not that Krishna is going to Chandravali's, because Radharani knows Chandravali's mood. Chandravali, once Krishna will be in Chandravali's kunj, Chandravali will create problem for Radha. For Krishna. She will demand many things. Otherwise, don't think Radharani is envious to Chandravali. Chandravali is envious to Radha. And Krishna knows these things. Still, Krishna wants to go to Chandravali's kunja. Just to increase the sulkiness of Radha. And to glorify Radha. Everyone knows how much love Radharani have for Krishna. And Radharani Alpa kare man. This is in Sisi, Antalila. I like these gopis if she have little sulkiness. But if some gopis developing sulkiness and that gives hurt to Krishna, I don't like. But Radharani also developing sulkiness. It looks like opposite. No. Radharani, when develops sulkiness, this mana gives pleasure to Krishna. Because Krishna's mood is to glorify Radha. There is no contradictory. Now we have to that. We have to clarify. This is not our position. Srila Prabhupada said like this, but we have to follow. When we used to preach, any statements comes regarding higher topics, immediately we have to clarify our position, our mission, our Acharya's mission. Otherwise, devotee will become Sahaja. You are following Radharani, no problem. But what will happen? In neophyte stage, they will commit lotus feet. They will commit offense at lotus feet of a pure devotee. Then they will say, I will follow Radharani. They will minimize this position of a pure devotee. That will be very harmful for them. Therefore, always whenever a preacher used to preach these things, you have to say, I don't have any qualification because these topics came, we are discussing. I don't have any qualification or we don't have any qualification to follow all these things. But these topics came. Therefore, we are studying these things. Okay? If someone has any question. Yeah, Govinda. Uddhava? No. Yeah, you see, Uddhava want to express these things. When suppose you are in Uddhav's place, if you see the condition of Radharani, even Radharani said these things, you cannot follow. Radharani was suffering like that. Krishna want to know whether Radharani is happy or not, gopis are happy or not. And Uddhava only one thing said, you are cruel. Then immediately Krishna understand. Because Uddhava suffers so much, seek the condition of Radharani. Actually, if we discuss from philosophical things, that is different. But when they perform, the Leela was controlled by Jogamaya. Jogamaya controlling everything. All these statements are Acharya statements. And Acharyas, they enter to Nitya Leelas. Although they are in this body, in this material world, they are in Nitya Leela. Like someone may ask, like in Rasa Leela, this verse, which verse is applicable for Lalita, which verse is applicable for Visakha, which verse is applicable for Radha? How Vishwanath Thakur knows? Someone may ask this question. And this is not sentiment. They have power to prove it. From Ujjavan element they prove it. This gopi wants, Krishna, you should massage my feet. This is the nature of this Sakhi. Immediately they are giving reference. And how this meditation, this is called samadhi. Like in yoga there is samadhi. In devotional stage, they are in samadhi. Samadhi means, in devotional stage, samadhi means, although they are in this material world, they enter to Nitya Lila. And Nitya Lila, because they are pure devotees, chanting pure name, they have love for Krishna, will reveal to them. Namere Sahita Ache, Rupa, Guna, Karma. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Harinam Chintamani. Even you chant pure name means Krishna will immediately, you can show Krishna's form. And Guna, qualities. How Krishna is merciful, how Krishna is very kindness, how Krishna is very sweet, everything will come in front. And karma is Leelas. Therefore, many times you can see the differences, like Lalita Madhava, Padma Puran. If you compare Padma Puran about Radharani's birth, Lalita Madhava is different, with Padma Puran is different. So then how to solve it? In different Brahmandas, different Leela is going on. And sometimes this Purti, this manifestations come to some acharyas. Otherwise, they have personal contact with Krishna. Why they will write books? This is always I used to think. Even we don't want to study books. But from Janmadasya of to end verse, they are writing commentaries. Why? Krishna is talking with them. He can play with Krishna. He can serve Krishna. No. By direct order of Krishna. Jagomaya, just eternal potency, Chit Sakti, just Ladini Sakti is working with them. Therefore, this is Leela. This is not, Uddhav is not following. Uddhav is followed. This is love. Love have no law, law and order. Now Uddhav developed more love towards gopis. Therefore he said, you are cruel. In love there is no law and order. Law and order is only for Vidhi Bhakti. It is not applicable for Uddhav. Uddhav is now a lover by blessings of gopis. And he feels so much distress to sing the condition of gopis. Therefore he said, you have to read, you have to go to Vrindavan. Just go. Okay, now this is time. Hare Krishna. Radha Kalachand ji ki jai, Gaur Nityanand Prabhu ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ji Maharaj ki jai, Samved Vaishnava Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Pramanande. Hare Krishna.